Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
From the land of lemons, magic, and neighbors who still wave, it's Voices of the Valley. Join hosts Jim and John as they shine a spotlight on local businesses, city council news, community events, and all the colorful characters that make the Santa Clara River Valley feel like home. From Santa Paula to Fillmore and Peru, this is your hometown podcast, Voices of the Valley.
Oh, darn.
What?
I have to sneeze.
Okay. What's up with my camera?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Well, you're not sitting in the right spot.
I'm in the right spot every week.
Okay.
That's because we had a guest, huh? Last time.
I think so.
Excuse me.
So, oh,
This-
drunken views are back.
That's all right. Dude, this wind, it just does a number on my sinuses.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It's crazy.
yeah, I just like had this sudden urge to sneeze. I don't know why. Anyways, welcome to Voices of the Valley, episode number 5.
Excuse me if I cough because it's.
We are well on our way.
Oh yeah.
You need a cough drop?
I thought I brought some, but I guess I didn't.
I didn't either.
Oh no, I do have one. Okay.
Oh,
good.
there you go.
There you go.
So we are, I hate to say this, but we are at the cusp of the holiday season. This is Thanksgiving week.
This is the big week. Big week for everybody. I can't hear myself.
I know.
Yeah. Mic on?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So we got to talk into it.
Well, this mic was down. It was, I don't know who was sitting here, but
A short person.
short person. Okay. Let's adjust this, get this right. Okay. All right.
Got
we're
it?
Good. Yes.
All right, good. So anyways, I cannot believe 2025 is like,
Gone.
yeah.
This has probably been one of the fastest years I can remember. Just feeling the feeling.
Every year it gets faster, and the older you get, the faster it gets, and the quicker you die.
Yeah. You start seeing that end of the line.
I know.
Getting closer.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say somebody lives till 80, 85.
Mhm.
You got 25 years left.
Yeah. Think about that. Like
Yeah.
been around 60 years. I go, okay, I've really done 2/3 of my life now, and
So
getting on the tail end of this here.
let's ask.
What's
Al.
life expectancy right now? Early 80s, I think.
Let's ask Al.
Hey there, Jim, unprocessable.
Oh, come on.
Not available? Doesn't want to talk to you?
Are you here?
I'm right here.
Oh,
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
all right, good.
Yeah.
All right, Al. So John and I are now 60 years old.
Mhm.
Well, I will be in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
What is the life expectancy for a male in the United States?
Absolutely, Jim, and happy early birthday to both of you. So, as of the most recent data,
Hold on, Al. John already had his birthday. He's like 6 months older than me. He's an old man, so it's just happy birthday to me.
oh, got it. Well, then, a big happy almost birthday to you, Jim, and we'll just let John be the older and wiser one for a few more months. If you need any other birthday facts or anything else, just let me know.
What I want to know is what's the life expectancy for a male in the United States?
Of course. Let me get right to that. So, as of the most recent stats, the life expectancy for a male in the United States is generally around the upper 70s, about 76 to 77 years old. It does vary a little bit depending on the year and the source, but that's the ballpark figure.
All right. So in other words, what you're telling John is that he has about 16 to 17 years left.
Well, you could put it that way if you want to tease him a little bit. So, yeah, roughly speaking, he might have another 16 or 17 years on the average scale. But of course, everyone's unique. And here's hoping both of you have plenty of good years ahead.
Well, I'm banking that John's going to be on the lower unique side.
Uh,
Oh,
So, Al, can you predict when John is going to die?
not a good thing.
Oh, Jim, I definitely can't predict that. As much as I'd love to have a crystal ball for you, that's definitely out of my range. We'll just have to let John enjoy every day and keep things light.
go.
That would have been weird if you would have given me a date.
I know.
You're like, what? Well, you never know. I mean, it could happen today. It could happen.
could.
Like tomorrow's never promised. So,
That's right. And nobody knows
Yep.
when their day is coming, no matter what age you are.
No, I mean, I like to at least stick around for another 15, 20 years, at least
Well, it sounds
like
like
80s, at least,
Sounds like you have at least 15.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be good when I get to like 85 in that range. I'm like, okay, I'm good at that point now. you
Yeah,
know.
80s is good for me.
I know a lot of people that are in their mid 80s, even closer to 90, and they're still functioning fine and doing their thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So
Okay.
I don't think you are either.
Yeah.
But you never know.
That's true.
Yeah, nowadays,
Yep. I might walk outside and get hit by a bus.
True.
Yep.
Very true.
Yep.
Some things you just can't control.
That is true. Or I might be going to a Friday parade and my wife might lose control of her car and run me over.
And she has an entry?
Yeah.
Good.
Late again. So I didn't have you to fall back on this.
Oh, no, it's all right.
So I'm hoping that
I hope they're figuring it out.
I know, me too.
Yeah, they're having some challenges with that.
So speaking of the parade, let's talk about that for a second because the Santa Paula football team
Monte
is
Cardinals. Mhm.
they now is this the championship game?
This is the Division 12 championship. Santa Paula's never gotten this far. So at this level. So I think 1950 was the last time they were in that, but they've never really won the championship.
Okay.
So this is a huge thing for the community. I mean, I'm an alumni too, and as probably most people in Santa Paula. So it's probably the biggest thing to ever happen to this community when it comes to the high school.
So with that, now I watched the Santa Paula Fillmore game,
Mhm.
and Fillmore spanked Santa Paula.
Yeah.
So so Santa Paula has a really good team then, but that was just an off day.
Bad game, and the rival between Santa Paula and Fillmore, you throw all bets out the door. It doesn't matter if you're good or not. It's always going to be a competitive game, and both teams are good. It just Fillmore got the better of them this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could both be winless, and it would be like one of the best games of the year. It's just because it's the rivalry,
Right.
Over 100-year rivalry.
Wow.
So
All right. So the Santa Paula football game is going to be at 7:00, which is the same time that the parade is starting.
correct.
People have asked that the parade be moved, which that's just not possible.
You can't do that.
There's far too many logistics and everything that are involved.
People understand it's not simple as like, hey, let's move it. There's staff that's scheduled, from the city. There's officers that are scheduled to come in. A lot of those are coming in on their off days and stuff. So it would be just a way too much trouble to try to do. If it was several weeks out, okay, they can consider doing that. But you don't know until they didn't know until this past Sunday, that they were going to play on Friday, and they could have easily played on Saturday too.
Right.
Which is where the luck of the draw was. So it just happens to be on that day. I mean, every year it falls that finals always fall on that Friday after Thanksgiving. It's just this year Santa Paula happens to be in it. So
Now with the parade, the Santa Paula band normally plays. Will they be at the football game?
they'll be at the football game.
So that's even though they still travel and
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
how can you not? It's I mean, most of the school students will probably want to be there that are part of that, and then like parents and all that. It's going to be a huge blow to the parade because they usually have 6 or 7 entries that are all high school related and or school district related. So there'll be some school people there, some of the younger classes and stuff, but it won't have the same feel. There's not going to be a band. I mean, unless maybe Isabel kicks in and does it, but Isabel Middle School. But it's going to be, it's going to have an effect on the parade, but the parade will still be fine. It'll, there's plenty of other entries that are going to be in there. It's, it'll still be a good parade.
yeah.
I don't doubt that it won't be,
Well, we were going to stream the parade.
Mhm.
And what I'm almost thinking is that, well, it's kind of a catch-22 because if we stream the football game live, the people that would probably be watching it are going to be at the parade. If they didn't go to the actual football game, they're probably going to be going to the parade.
Not necessarily. They're streaming the football game though too. They're streaming it live.
But if I stream it to channel 10, could it be done after the fact?
Yeah.
Or should we stream the parade after the fact and stream the football game live?
I think that's a city question. You
Yeah.
know, to find out what they want to do, because
City's closed.
well,
I'll get in touch with Dan.
you have to get in touch with them today or something. But
Yeah.
but they, there's no perfect way of doing it. Either it's going to affect the parade, it's going to affect the game, whatever. I mean, to me, priority is the game. I mean, that is the community. That's what we've all gone through it over the years and struggled with football and all that. We've all played it and everything. To see this is huge.
Wait, we have not all played it.
Wow. I mean,
I'm
talking we as a group here in Santa Paula.
I'm a band geek.
I figured you'd be okay. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that.
There was back then.
Well, but anyway, so that's kind of set in the community because it's such a small community. That's kind of the priority right now, is that, and I get it. I totally get it. But a lot of people aren't sports people. A lot of people aren't part of the high school, so they're still going to get a lot of people at the parade too.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people from the outside of Santa Paula that will be attending.
And the little kids, they're not going to be able to go to the game. They're not going to go sit through all that. So the parents are going to keep them here and stuff. So I just think Santa's still going to be at the parade. So he'll watch the game later, but it's still going to be a good parade regardless. Yes, you're not going to have a band, okay, but other people will be playing music on their floats and doing whatever. So it'll be fine. I think they have like 40 entries or something like that, what I've heard so far.
Okay.
But I can't confirm that.
Well, 41 now.
Yeah. So
because I'm late.
It'll be probably maybe an hour parade. Might be a little shorter because you don't have the large group of the high school.
And Peggy Kelly is going to be doing the hosting on her own this year.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yes.
So
Steve will not be.
I don't think they asked Steve to do it.
This
From what I heard.
Okay.
So that's because you have another organization running it, which is the Optimist Club, and they have kind of their set way of doing things, which they're fantastic at it. And I know Peggy is their person to do that. So, and there's nothing wrong. Maybe next year Steve will come back.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is this year. They're gonna be fine. I know there's a lot of social media chatter on it. Can they move the parade? Can they? Possibly it was a request I saw on there moving the football game to Saturday. I saw that, and I don't want to crack on it, but the chamber actually asked that, and I'm just like, you have no idea as far as what that entails. This is a large organization. They are not going to move for a parade,
right?
So just
there's logistics that are involved in both. There's a lot that went on in order to make these things happen on those days.
Yeah.
You can't just snap your finger and say, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah. It's
on Saturday.
It's no different than the parade because it's like the game. You have to schedule it's a neutral site game at Cal Lutheran. So they have to schedule that. They have to get the security. They have to do the whole thing, schedule the referees and all that stuff. So there's more affecting that game than there would be for the parade.
You want me to really stir the pot?
You can go right ahead. It doesn't bother me one bit.
If the parade stayed on Small Business Saturday, this wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. The
I'm
chamber broke 75 years of tradition and moved it to Friday. And you saw the chatter why. And when I was with the chamber, I fought tooth and nail to keep it on Saturday because I honored the tradition. I knew the importance of having it on that day, with respect to the businesses downtown. But I always knew also that, for years that Friday was going to be a big day because it does fall on the finals for the football. There's a lot of things that happen on that day, Black Friday, people are out and about shopping. They're all doing things, whatever. So, and then a lot of people go back to work the next day. So it was like thinking, okay, well, there was a reason why it was on that Saturday every year.
Yeah.
and they broke tradition, and that's fine. But then, you know, doing that also comes with there's obstacles that come out it too, you know. So, and I saw the chatter. They're saying because of several businesses downtown, and you're gonna believe what you want to believe on all that chatter. But you know, me personally, I wasn't for it. You know, I can say that now. I wasn't for it because I knew the importance of the tradition and what we do and stuff. Yeah, the time is different because it was in the evening. Then they also say, well, if it was during the day, they could do both. Yes, they could, but it's not the case. So everything's on the same time, same day. We got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Got to figure it out. And if they're both being recorded, that's fine. You can see both. You
Right.
know, you make a decision. Where do you want to be that night? And then you have the option of looking at the other side of it, looking at the other one too. So yeah, stir the pot all you want. You know my feelings on it. I battled on that for quite a while, and it's unfortunate that
Well, for those of you who wanted it moved, I apologize, but
no,
I couldn't resist.
But everybody felt strong about that, and they made a decision. The board made a decision that they felt was right, and it is what it is. You
Yep.
know, so like I said, I
now we just got to deal with it.
Yep. But for the record, I was not for a Friday. Okay. I was pushing for Saturday. I think I was probably the only one in that organization that wanted it on Saturday at some point, So, but you know what? You got to respect what their decisions are.
You had a premonition.
There's a reason why I was there for a long time, and I'm from here and I know the history of it. So, I know all those other factors,
Yeah.
So, but do they listen to me? Apparently not. So, so it was just, but you know what? They made the decision that was best for the organization and for the community, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
So now we move forward.
Yes, exactly. And it's going to be a great parade.
Yeah.
Optimist Club is coming in. They know what to do with the parades. They do a great job with the Labor Day parade. They did the holiday parade for years until we took it over several years ago. And they're going to do a great job with it.
Yeah.
And I fully trust that they're going to make it a fantastic parade.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So what's on the agenda for the start of our holiday season?
Well, I think we kicked it off with that.
Yes, we did.
So, so for Thanksgiving, since it's the start of the Christmas, Thanksgiving just kind of this pass through.
Yeah, Christmas season's already started. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real.
November 1st it starts, but it's like I thought I recently saw somewhere where they said, why don't we just cancel Thanksgiving altogether because it's just bypassed. Well, but so when you look at this weekend, what are the days that they designate for each day? Like,
Okay, so we have Black Friday.
And what does Black Friday consist of?
Black Friday consists of basically major type sales events and
Considered the biggest biggest sales day of the year for the holidays.
Yeah. Then we have Small Business Saturday,
which focuses on
small business.
Very good.
Hence in the name.
You're paying attention.
And then we have Cyber Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and that focuses on online sales.
And what's Sunday?
A day of rest.
Football. No, and then they come up with all these crazy things too. Like I thought I saw somewhere today where it was Green Wednesday.
Okay.
I heard that this morning, and what it is how they have 420 for marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Well, today is Green Wednesday. Somebody declared it because everybody comes home the day before Thanksgiving, and they all gather, and friends get together. And do they drink? No, they do other things. So they figure that's kind of like the second biggest day next to that 420.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, somebody just came up with that. These knuckleheads now
Call it Weed Wednesday.
Exactly. But that's much better than Green Wednesday. But yeah, and then you have Giving Tuesday that comes up next week about giving to small or nonprofits and organizations too. So they have like a name for every day of the week.
Tim said just an excuse to get high. I don't think people need an excuse to get high anymore.
You can do that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who is stoned 24/7.
But fully functional, right?
Yeah, he's got a vape, and and he works for what do you call him? A weed store or whatever? Or...
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing something where something else is happening.
No.
Yeah.
He sells marijuana.
Well, that's fine.
And
to each their own. They do it. You got to do what you got to do. So
I'd hate to see what he's like not being stoned.
That's interesting.
Because he could be like, a serial killer or something.
Like-
and this is just keeping him.
People from
level.
high school that were like always stoned or whatever, and that's all you knew them from high school. You see them years later, and they're still the same person.
Yeah.
It's like, so what happened in between them? What
That or they weigh 400 pounds, they're bald, and they're missing teeth.
Something, it's like, man, so, but that's good. He can still function,
Yeah.
So anyway,
all right. So, given that it's Thanksgiving,
mhm.
let's start with the first holiday.
Okay.
What is one thing you are thankful for?
What am I thankful for? Well, number one, my family. Always family. I've always said that family's first in anything we do. So, I've got, great kids, great wife, grandkids, good son-in-laws. I can't ask for anything better, so just the ability to still be with them, hang out with them, and they're nearby. And, so it's that's probably the most thing that I'm thankful for is that,
Yeah. And I got to say, you look at a lot of these dysfunctional families, people that aren't talking to each other, people that don't get together for the holidays, people that are in jail, whatever it might be. And so you look at your own family and you go, you know what? I have 4 sons
Mhm.
that love us and they still stay in contact with us.
Yeah.
We have 3 grandchildren now. We just had our granddaughter.
Mhm.
We won't see one of our sons because 2 of our sons we won't see because one is in Michigan and one is in Virginia.
Mhm.
But they'll still, we're still close to them.
Yeah.
We still talk to them on a regular basis.
Mhm.
And so it's, so I'm thankful because, there's in this society, there's so much that can steer somebody wrong. And to be able to grow 4 decent human beings.
That still like you,
Yeah.
and because that goes weird sometimes.
It does.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's amazing. I've had friends that don't talk to their family anymore over politics, and it's like your family, for crying out loud. I mean, I have one son that is a little over on the deep end on the political side,
Yeah.
and every so often he likes to vent, but it's like, okay, fine. So you're whacked out on your politics. You're still my son. I still love you.
What's the number one thing they tell you not to do at the dinner table?
Smoke weed.
Okay, that's one. Talk politics
Yes, politics and
religion.
Yep.
2 things that can steer it in a bad direction.
Yep.
So you can, because people can't agree to disagree. So that's the thing.
Yeah, and it's mind-boggling that your own blood. I have people that I know pretty close that don't talk to their kids anymore.
Mm-hmm. I know too. I have several relatives that haven't talked to the kids in years.
Yeah,
And it's not like they can't get a hold of them; they just choose not to.
and to me, it's just unfathomable.
Yeah. I
So-
couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle not talking to my kids.
Yeah,
It's
you
just,
can't handle not talking to me.
That's true.
So-
After if I don't see you for a week, I start getting a little nervous.
I know.
So, but it's people just got to put their differences aside. Even if it's for one day to have a break bread and have dinner. But people just can't let things go sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just we talk about life expectancy. Life is short. All that other BS that's going on out there, and you're in your work environment, all these other things that you do, it's all BS. It's just bottom line is just being good to people, be nice to people.
So speaking of Thanksgiving and being thankful, I think a lot about why we're here. And so I know, I consider myself a believer, and I hope that there's something more after this.
Hope your name's written upstairs.
Yeah.
So
But,
yeah.
I mean, the reality is maybe there isn't.
Nobody knows.
I a really dear friend that is a staunch atheist, and
Mhm.
you're born, you live life, and you die, and that's it. And so you kind of sit there and you ask yourself, okay, we have, say, 15 plus years
Yeah.
ahead of us.
Mhm.
If you don't believe in like a higher purpose, and you're just going to die after those 15 years, what motivates you to do anything? It's like, I think about it, because it's I believe that people who are atheists, because people say that religion is what guides you to be good, and I don't believe that all atheists are bad people. Just because they don't believe in a god doesn't mean that they don't have scruples and
Yeah.
a conscience and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
They're still good people, they're still kind people.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like, it's just, you're born, you live, you die. It's kind of depressing when you think of it like that.
Yeah.
And so I was Julie and I were talking about it, and it was like, what do we want? What is our goal, our mission here? I mean, we're killing ourselves with this nonprofit, trying to stay afloat all the time, trying to do what we can.
Running into obstacles 10 different ways sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
It's constantly a struggle. And I mean, I'll admit it. We've had issues where we've been at risk of losing our house and different things like that. And it's all because we're trying to do something good for the community.
Mhm. Yeah.
And we could have been selfish, we could have been greedy, and I could have stayed rich, and we could have just lived our lives and been in it for ourselves. And we chose not to go down that path.
Mhm.
And I think for Julie and I, we just want to leave a mark on this world. We want to have helped and benefited people by being here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I hear that. So
okay, so Tim is quoting Timothy 2:23. Do not have anything to do with foolish and stupid arguments, because you know they produce quarrels. It's the scripture he's found, and it's funny that it's from the book of Timothy.
I got to read the book of Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's really good. So
yeah.
I totally hear you about leaving your mark and stuff. And I mean, me, I run 100 miles an hour doing all this stuff too, good, bad, and ugly, but I just wanted, and it's funny because you go out there and you're doing it, but it's not for you. You're doing it for others.
Yeah, you're constantly working on elevating others.
Yes, exactly. And you don't, I'm one of the least selfish people you'll ever meet, and you know that. It's all about helping others and doing other things for others, and hopefully it benefits me down the line somewhere at some capacity, but it's not important to me,
And that's part of it too, is it's like, you do so much for other people. At some point you do have to take a look and say, okay, I'm not doing anybody any good if what I'm doing ends up hurting me in the process. So you got to take care of yourself too. You got to make sure that you're being provided for.
Yeah.
But I think it can be done in a non-selfish way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, great example is me leaving the chamber. I actually left for me. And while I love that position, I love the job, the environment it created made me a different person. And it wasn't me after a while.
Right.
And it reflected on my friends, my family. They all saw it too. And it just, sometimes when you're in this weird environment and you're in a spiral and you just can't get out of it, you have to just at one point just say, enough's enough. And that's what I did. I couldn't continue in that spiral, and it was for my reasons that I left. And just, from part of it's my health, part of it's the environment. It was just several different things that went on that just, I came to that one point one day. I just kind of woke up and said, I'm done.
Right.
But I had to, and that was the first time I think I did anything for me. But yet again, when I said it for me, I was thinking about my family,
Right.
Because
Because that's the thing is,
Yeah.
is you're not any good to anybody if you're sick
yes,
and if you're mentally not in a healthy place
Yeah.
and if
Yeah.
it kills you.
yeah, because you saw over the last year I wasn't healthy. I've been
No.
fighting it off and on for a year and a half. Really, the stress was out of control. There's a lot of family situations that were going on outside my immediate family that trying to deal with as well. So there was a lot of things, and at some point you keep pushing and pushing until you can't push anymore. And it just came to a point where it's just like it's affecting my immediate family, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. You're right. We talk about being 15, 16 years to go. I don't know if I'd even make 5 years if I kept doing what I was doing.
Right.
So I had to just stop, and yes, you hear all kinds of weird things, what happened or whatever, and that's fine. They believe what they want to believe, but the decision ultimately was mine,
Right.
and I made it, and I am great with that decision I made, and it's changed. I mean, I feel better. I have zero stress. I mean, other than when I come here and talk to you, but but no, and it was something I had to do for myself, and it ended up being probably the best decision I've made in years to get out of that environment and look for something different and grow as a person.
Yeah.
And I was reading an article today that sometimes it's a good thing to leave a good job or something because you just need to grow because you become stagnant in what you're doing. So I did it, and now I'm actually growing, and I'm actually have opportunities now that I'm working on, and and I'll announce something soon. I've got something in place, and I just I'll be announcing it soon. But totally different environment, happy environment, friendly environment, and it's lack of stress, and so we'll see what happens. But I'm just we're kind of in the same mold. And you look at it. So
Yeah.
anyway,
All right. So in 30 seconds or less, what's
is that
going on?
it?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, I had a whole list of everything going on in the valley. But we
Okay,
just got on a
let's hit
tangent, so we talked about Small Business Saturday. That's or the parade Friday, 7:00. The football game, 7:00. So try and do both. Watch one and look at the recording of the other. Friday, Black Friday. Everybody's gonna be out. I mean, also doing their thing. But Saturday, Small Business Saturday. Support your local businesses throughout the whole valley. There's a lot of great things going on in the valley between Fillmore, Santa Paula, and Piru.
Santa Paula and Fillmore have great downtowns
Yes.
with lots of shops.
Yeah.
So check them out.
Yeah, there's shops there. I know Anna Cider's doing a little market there too. So there's going to be a lot of action in Santa Paula. And then in Fillmore, or actually the Art Museum next week is doing a holiday market in their place too on 10th Street. So go check that out from 10 to 4. And then on the 13th, there's December 13th, there's a
So
holiday.
wait a minute.
No,
What's happening in Fillmore?
I'm in Santa Paula right now.
Oh, okay.
Santa Paula.
All right.
December 13th, there's a holiday market downtown between 8th and Davis. So there's going to be 50 vendors in the street downtown. A lot of them are local, home-based businesses, but come downtown to Santa Paula and just shop the entire downtown. Not just necessarily the pop-ups, but there's a lot of brick and mortar businesses that are going to benefit from having this event there. There'll be a few thousand people that come in that day.
Right.
And that runs from 10 to 3. And actually, some of the proceeds from that event are going to the Santa Paula Football Club Extreme, who are sponsoring that event. So it's going to a local nonprofit. So that's going to help benefit them, because what they do is they give scholarships to local players. So there's several people that may have multiple families, brothers, and they can't afford the fees. So these scholarships are going to actually help offset their fees and stuff. So it's a good thing that this market's coming into town. It's going to help a lot of our kids in the community as well. Now, Fillmore, they have a parade also. Their parade is the following Saturday. So that runs downtown Fillmore. I couldn't find the time yet, but I know it's usually about 10 o'clock in the morning that they'll have it downtown. They also have a tree lighting event this Sunday downtown also. That'll be at in a night market. They do the tree lighting at 6 p.m. and then the night market's from 5 to 8 p.m. And that's right there in downtown by City Hall. There's a park right there and everything. That's where they're going to like the thing. And then they're doing something cool right now. They're doing business bingo. where they have these cards, and it's got all the different stores that are participating. I think there's 12 different stores downtown. You go in there, they stamp it, and then so between the 21st and the 30th. So on the 30th, which is the same night as the tree lighting, you turn in your card and you enter in to win a prize.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool. That's something new that they're doing, and I think that's cool. And then they're doing a toy drive also on the 13th. No, December 7th. Excuse me. The Fire Foundation of Fillmore is doing it at their fire station, doing a barbecue dinner, and you can actually bring a toy and get a dinner. So,
Nice.
And the fire department's good.
So the dinner is if you bring a toy.
Bring a toy. It's $15. You bring a toy, and then I wasn't sure if that supplements the barbecue, but still give money to the foundation too, because they do great work. And they'll
use that money to buy toys for the kids that they
give a huge toy giveaway, and then they also support other programs like the Boys and Girls Club and some of the other organizations too. So all that money goes right back into the community. So and then in Piru, they also have a Christmas parade.
Yes, they do.
And that's on the 13th, and they're doing a festival as well that same day. Are you going to be out there?
Yes.
That runs from noon to 6 p.m. The parade's at noon. I've never been to that, but I've heard it's really cool.
It is cool.
Every year. So,
I went last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can set up a booth out there?
I probably will.
Good. So a lot of things happening, and that's only some of the stuff. There's other groups that are doing toy drives. I know there's a Santa Meek thing coming for the police department. Rotaries, both Rotary clubs are doing in Santa Paula and Fillmore. They're doing toy drives too. They're giving toys away. That's coming up later in December. So there's a lot of things happening in the Valley in general. So a lot of things going on. So what are you watching Tim still? Or what?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but anyway, so if you want all the information, you can go to spcity.org for Santa Paula, fillmoreca.gov. That's the Fillmore site. You find a lot of the stuff in Fillmore. Piru is piru-ca.org. Those are the three communities that have a lot of these events going on right now. So
okay,
you'll see a lot of that.
All right. Next week, we're going to talk about why people leave their employment.
Mm-hmm.
We are also, Tim wants to bring up something about what took place at City Council and a $50,000 handout that's going to some nonprofits.
Yeah, I can talk about that, where it's going to.
I think he wants to talk about it on his
that's
10 minutes with Tim. So we're going to do our show from now until the end of the year because of some scheduling conflicts at
3 p.m.
3 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So Tim, if you need to do something before 3 p.m., we can pre-record you. Otherwise, you can come on the show at 3 p.m.
And if people want to know about it, they can go to the City Council meeting taping, and you can learn a little bit about it from last council meeting and stuff. So,
and it does stream on Channel 10.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a big chunk of change that they gave, for supporting the what's going on currently with our government and what's happening, how it's affecting our families and stuff. So, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of good stuff coming. And next week we'll talk about the process for the new mayor coming in too, which is the following week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, on the 10th. So
okay.
We'll talk a little bit about that.
And does Fillmore change out their mayor as well?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
So so we can talk a little bit about that. That'll happen. I want to say that happens next week. We might know next Wednesday who the new mayor is for Fillmore. I think they have their council meeting next Tuesday.
Okay.
If not, it'll be the following Tuesday. But
alrighty.
Yeah.
So
new sheriff's in town.
Yeah, and it looks like Tim's got a schedule change on December 2nd or 3rd, so he might be able to come in studio.
Nice.
All righty. With that, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah.
And
enjoy time with your family.
Yeah. Have a great turkey day. If you are alone for Thanksgiving and you have nowhere to go, send me an email at info@thomagic.org. And we'll see if we can't find you a home.
Plenty of places around that.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Take care, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. We will see you all next week.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.